The only time you'll find turtle tracks like these are when they're nesting.
Up here, check this out.
I think I knew what I was going to find a long time before I saw it. The evidence of paw prints and the turtle tracks was enough to tell me what had been going on up here. And as I got up there, I found the nest was totally devastated.
I got mixed emotions about dingoes eating turtle eggs, but I guess it's nature's way. The dingo's etched himself into Australia such that he should probably be considered a native species. Now, when the female comes up to nest, she tries to camouflage the nest, but I tell you what, the dingo's sense of smell makes it easy for him to come along, locate, dig right down. Deadly accurate, just like this, right into the nest, and they'll eat the entire lot. The other thing that they'll do is they'll sit just outside the female, and when she's doing her body pit, she's filling back in trying to camouflage, they'll wait until the very moment she moves off, dig right into them, just like this, and they'll plough right into them, eat the lot. That's okay. One thing that does annoy me is feral species that eat turtle eggs. Pigs and foxes. Foxes are notorious, particularly on this stretch of coastline, for eating turtle eggs. They don't belong here in Australia. They're a feral, they're an introduced species, and I tell you what, they prey on these eggs such that they are helping drive this species into endangerment. Oh, what do you do?
Another species of Australian reptile, the goanna, and he's one of the most efficient predators on the continent. Able to hunt anywhere, up the trees, on the ground, even in the water.
Nature has given the turtle a real ability to hide her eggs. She'll dig several false pits and cover her eggs deeply with sand in order to hide them. But some native animals will still find the eggs. Animals such as the large goannas, with their long forked tongue, they'll be able to sense where the eggs are and dig them up. Sand goannas, parentes, even lace monitors will hone in on the eggs and dig them up for an easy meal.
Most animals have got to put up with predators. And the marine turtles, they're not without exception. Sharks get them in the oceans, and all species of animals get them right here on land. We've seen some pretty horrendous shark hits, flippers being amputated, heads being ripped off. I've even seen giant green turtles that have been killed by crocodiles. But when the predator gets them on the beach, it really hurts your feelings, particularly if it comes from an introduced species like a fox or a pig.
Now here's where we discover something we've never heard of before about male green turtles.
Wow, check this out. This is really unusual. Oh, look at the size of his tail. This is a male. They're not documented as coming out onto the beach and resting. In fact, I think this might even be new to science. He's had a really rigorous time mating with the good-looking girls, and he's up here having a rest, which is really important to gain your strength, because when it comes time for mating, they're hard at it. Nice tail. Big animal. This is one of the biggest animals I've seen, and he's high and dry. Totally high and dry. Check this out. I reckon this will be a female.
The poor old female turtle has so many amorous suitors that at some point during the mating ritual, she's got to come into the beach just to rest. At some point, she's going to return back to the sea, and that's when she'll be faced with more of these marauding males just waiting to start the mating ritual all over again.
After a good long rest, this girl decides she's gonna head back into the water. She's got a much shorter tail than the males, and it's easy for her to use her flippers to get out through the surf. As she gets deeper and deeper, she's able to use those flippers and power out past the breakers. I bet she's hoping that there's no big males waiting out to jump on her again.
One of the world's most important nesting grounds for marine turtles is on a coral key on the Great Barrier Reef. Heron Island is part of the Bunker Capricorn group of islands. It's a place where humans and turtles share the same beaches. A tourist resort attracts thousands of visitors a year to some of the best scuba diving in the world. And a major research center on the island takes advantage of a perfect position to study the marine life of the amazingly rich ecology of a coral key.
There, over there, check this out. A green turtle resting near a huge bed of staghorn coral is almost invisible until I'm within a few yards. She's probably been feeding on the clumps of turtle grass that grows around the island. This place is gorgeous, full of turtles. You'll find marine turtles around the entirety of Heron Island throughout the year, but in the main breeding season, you'll see them every time you look in the water. These turtles can nest all year round, but there's a peak from October to December.
The main reason turtles come to Heron Island is for nesting. After the mating season, the females spend the daylight hours foraging for food, waiting for the perfect time of day to come ashore and lay their eggs.
Gravid female turtles, those are the ones with eggs, often use the cloak of darkness to come up, build their nest and lay their eggs. It's also a great time for the hatchlings to emerge. Come on, babe.
Here's where we have to be really careful. Egg-laying females are instinctively cautious, and too much light or activity on the beach can spook them straight back into the water. A nesting female is about to lay her eggs. It's worth getting a face full of sand to be this close to a nesting female. It doesn't worry them. Their eyes produce a special flow of tears to wash out the sand. And here come the eggs, looking just like oversized ping pong balls. Usually she'll lay over 100 eggs at a time. Loggerheads will lay a few more, maybe as many as 120. At this stage, the dim lights we're using aren't much of a worry. It's in the lead up to laying that we have to be especially careful not to frighten her off. If there's strong light on the beach, if people get in front of her on the journey up the sand, or if they interfere in any way, she's just as likely to turn around and head back to the sea. The lead up is a long process. She'll wander around the beach, digging false holes to confuse predators before settling on the right spot to excavate a nest. Finally, she buries the eggs and gently pats down the sand.
This is great, and this is one of the reasons why this ancient order of reptiles has survived. They're egg layers, and what this female's doing is she's burying them back in, and she'll actually camouflage the whole nest site to ensure that predators don't get them.
A coral island is probably the safest place for nesting. It's much better than a beach on a mainland where there are many more predators who will sniff out and dig up the eggs.
Here she goes. She's finished filling in and she's heading back down to the beach. Now, what she might do is she might sit out there on the other side of the reef and wait and come back in and lay another clutch. She looks a little bit tired. It's been a long night, hasn't it, sweetheart? In any one nesting season, she can return to the beach several times.
Every time she comes ashore, she'll dig a new nest and lay another clutch. By the end of the season, her nests on the beach could hold as many as 800 eggs.
Wow, what an experience. Such a beautiful animal. Really ancient order of reptiles. This is just like highlight of my life.